you already know the answer to every situation you're going through. And the reason I come to this conclusion, or at least the reason I'm starting the video like this, is because it's true, number one. And number two, you know how the saying, you know what you need to do, exists? It's mainly because you do at the end of the day when it comes to any issue you're going through. I was having a conversation with some of my friends last week. I was asking them advice about a situation I was going through at that period and getting their take on things. And as they were giving me advice and talking to me about that situation, talking me through it from their lens, I started realizing that, sheesh, these are stuff I already know that I should be doing. I already know what I need to do. Because there are times where I sit down and I analyze some of the situations that I go through, and the answer is so plain and clear. But for some reason, it requires hearing it from another person in order to really take full advantage of it. It's so weird, but I noticed that during that conversation, everything that they were saying about me, about the situation, about the solution, I was realizing that these are stuff I know I should be doing because there are things I've been telling myself to do. And I realized that for most of the situations we go through, we know the answer. We know what we need to do. The issue is we just don't act upon it. Emotions probably cloud our judgment. We become hesitant in making that move. Or we just become stalemate. We become stalemate in the situation, so we don't act upon the solution we know we should be doing. Now, do I have a solution for that? Absolutely not. I'm just making this video because it was an idea that crossed my mind during that period in time. And I realized there's been multiple times in my life as well where I go through something and I talk to people about it, and now I realize that's the same thing I was thinking prior to having this conversation with them. So that means for the most part, the answers we're looking for, we already know within ourselves that this is what we should be doing. And I bet you can probably relate as well, where you've been through many situations in your life where you'll assess it on your alone time and you think to yourself, sheesh, that is what I should be doing. I know what I should be doing. Then you bring it up to your friends, to your siblings, to your family members, get their viewpoint on things, and they're telling you the same things you've been telling yourself. How crazy is that? So I don't know what the solution would be, honestly. This is more of like a rant video in a way, because it's like we know what we're supposed to do. We know the answers to the situations we're going through. We know what we should do, but for some reason we just don't do it. Why is that? If I can think of a reason why we don't, for me it'd probably be just emotional cloudness, perhaps. Because sometimes the answers are there, but do we have that emotional capacity to act, that emotional capacity to put that thing aside and choose logically what we need to do in that moment, So it's a thought that popped to my mind, a video that I wanted to put out. But more so, it's a reminder to realize that you do know the answers to the situations you're going through, and that you're not in the unknown, whatever the situation is. You could ask people for their advice, and they will give you advice. But most of the times, and I've realized this myself, that advice is very much advice you already know. It's all about putting that action now and executing upon those things. So it's a reminder to myself first, and a reminder to y'all. And if you guys have any takes as well, anything that you think could help, let me know. Because it's something that I'm trying to figure out in terms of how to execute that. I know what I need to do, instead of just staying in there and be like, I know what I need to do, but. And I think that's the issue as well, this. Sometimes we make excuses for ourselves as well. So let me know what y'all think. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Tried a little bit of a new setup this time. More to come. We'll be experimenting more. Watching a little bit of National Geographic here. You guys will probably see the corner, so I can avoid some copyright. But yeah, till next time.